Hey you guys, it's Jessica. Before we get started, I wanted to ask a few favors of you. Could you please like, subscribe, do post notifications? I really want to get this going and I kind of need everybody's support. And if you want to ask me questions, you can message me or comment below, whatever. I'm really excited to do this and hopefully be able to help some people. So anyway, like and subscribe. Thanks. I wanted to talk to you today about a previous relationship I had. I thought I would give a little advice. I think I'm definitely qualified for this. Like I've said before, I lived with a woman for 13 years. We raised 4 kids together. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit about in the beginning, because I think this is where a lot of people make mistakes, and maybe I can help new couples. First of all, if you've never dated a woman, you need to make sure you're dating her, for the right reason, not because this is just something that seems cool or whatever. These are people's feelings, and nobody needs to get hurt. Also, in my situation, I was really attracted to this girl, and she dresses like a guy. She has a guy haircut, all that. And the first mistake that I made in the relationship is I expected, because she looked like a guy, that she was like a guy, as far as her emotions and her physical responses. I expected this woman to be like a guy, basically, and that was unfair. Women are a little different. They operate differently, and they don't have something that's gonna get all excited when someone walks by in short shorts or something. They operate differently. And I didn't know how, in the beginning everything was just new and exciting and fun, but very quickly things died off. And I didn't know what I did, what was wrong. I didn't understand anything, and I couldn't, everything I knew was, with men. That was my major relationship. So with this woman, I didn't know what to do, and I expected her to be the guy. And years later, we had a disagreement, and she looked at me and she said, I may look like a guy, but I'm not. I'm a girl, okay? I can't lift heavy things, I don't have this, I don't have that. And I stood there and I thought, oh my God, that's so true. All this time I expected, because she had a short haircut and wore guy clothes, that she was gonna act like a guy. We were gonna have a sexual relationship like a man and a woman, and it's not like that. When it's 2 women, there's a lot of work involved. It's not that simple. I'm not saying you can't have a great sex life. I'm just saying it is very easy for things to die off because women are turned on differently. Men, bam, they're turned on. Women are not like that. It takes time. It takes cuddling, romance. They're spur of the moment things. Everybody has that. But I'm saying, don't get with someone because they look like a guy and expect everything to operate like that, because it doesn't. You're putting too much on that person, and it's not right. It's going to take you and that person to put a lot of work into it to have that great sex life, to have the love and affection you need. Or you're going to be like me and her. We died off very quickly, first couple years, and then probably the next 10 years we just raised kids together. It was a dead relationship because I went into it expecting this person that looked like a boy, or a man, whatever, to act like one. To act like men do when they're attracted to women. And like I said, women are a lot differently, and people need to realize that. because if they don't, what happened to me is gonna happen to them. I was so wrong. I mean, I was just ignorant to the situation, and you know, I made a lot of mistakes. But either way, I'm glad now that we're really good friends, you know, and I hate the way things happen. But anyway, I said she was coming up this past Saturday, and she did. But she got here late, and she wanted her hair cut because she wanted me to cut her hair, because I've cut it for over 10 years. She doesn't trust anybody cutting her hair, because she goes in there with a very obvious boy haircut, and people still insist on cutting her hair like she's some little old lady. I mean, they even try to curl her bangs, and oh, it's so frustrating. So I do hair, and I always cut her hair and dye it. So by the time I got done, she had to get back home. So she's gonna come back up, and I'm gonna do a video where you know, we talk about some things. And I thought it would be kind of cool if people, you know, would comment on things they would like for us to talk about, you know, because like I said, it was a 13-year relationship, and there was a lot of trying, there was a lot of mistakes, and there was a lot of learning in it. And maybe, you know, I can help, or we can help. I don't know, but I can't stress enough to the girls out there that look at this girl walk by that's dressed like a guy. Don't look and think you're going to get the same response from them that you would from a man, because you're not. That is a female. And it's basically, you're judging on a book by its cover, and you should never do that, because everyone is different. But I know one thing: women, we operate differently. You know, most of the women in the world like to have a nice clean bedroom, nice clean house before we can lay down and actually do something with our partner. You know, we like to have things stress-free, things a certain way. Men, they don't care. There can be trash bags beside the bed. They don't care. Women are different. And I didn't realize that going into that relationship, and how much work was involved. And I hope I'm not just rambling, and what I'm saying will actually help someone, because that's what I want to do. I want to help somebody so that they don't do the same things I did, because I admit I was wrong. Anyway, she's going to come back up. I'm going to do a video. If y'all would like to tell me what you would like us to talk about, that'd be great. We could do that. There's still a lot of things I want to touch base on. I don't want to do this really long video, but there's a lot of things I want to talk about, and things I want to talk about that I've learned since then, and the way I totally do my relationship differently now. I'm with a really great guy, engaged to be married, and him and my ex get along great. I don't really refer to her as my ex, more like my best friend. Because, you know, that's really what we were. We were just best friends raising kids. And it's sad that our relationship died so fast, but I'm glad a friendship came out of it. This is a, you know, long-lasting friendship. So, anyway, I just wanted to make a video and explain why I haven't had her on yet, because I'm going to do that. And there's a lot of things that I want to touch base about with relationships, things to do, things not to do, and, you know, just kind of go from there. And like I said, if people want to ask questions, you know, I can answer them. I can message back, or I can talk about it here. I want to talk about, for relationships, like that, lesbian relationships, I want to talk about, you know, ways to put the fire back in there, and stuff to use, and things I've used, and things I've done. I want to talk about how to keep the fire going, because now that, you know, it's 13, almost 14 years later, I see so many mistakes. I look back and see where things were perfect, just about. And I think back now, and I'm like, well, that's what we should have kept doing. But we made a lot of mistakes, and I'll go into things we did that was mistakes, you know, girl things. I mean, just catty stuff. And I'll go into all of that and try to explain more. But today I just kind of wanted to touch base on the whole don't judge a book by its cover. Don't do that. You know, get to know that person. Understand that if you're in a lesbian relationship, you need to understand that that is a female right beside of you. And, you know, her body works like yours does. A lot about her, a lot of things that she does or feels or whatever, you do too. So don't expect her to be the man. You know, understand she is a woman and you need to treat her like one, you know. And I think things that will be a lot better, because once I realized that she was a female and I was expecting her to be the man, and that was wrong. When I realized that, it changed a lot of things, you know. I just kind of had to grow up and, you know, stop. A lot of people, I used to tell her all the time, you know, she's like the chocolate ice cream to 1,000 buckets of vanilla. You know, everybody's going to want to taste it, but how many are going to stick with it? And that's what I told her. So many people get curious and want to, you know, want to try it, but then that's it. Then they walk away. And I've told her this a lot recently, since she's dating and stuff, and she's starting to experience a lot of that, just people curious and wanting to try something new, and then she gets her feelings hurt. So we talked a lot about how basically people judge books by their cover, and it's wrong, and they need to realize that she is a person and she has feelings. But anyway, I'm going to share all this on Facebook now. I've decided to go ahead and just let everybody know I'm making a channel and go from there. But I don't know if I'm going to do daily vlogs or weekly or what. I know I'm definitely going to do weekly. I would love to do daily, but I keep seeing all these things on YouTube about how you shouldn't start out doing daily. So as much as I want to, because there's so many things I want to cover, I really don't know what I should do. So, you know, pass a comment. Tell me what you think, because I really don't know. I could do this every day though. I really do like it. I'm getting more comfortable with it, and I like discussing things and hopefully helping people. So please like, subscribe, turn on your post notifications, and have a good day. Bye.